Happy Chainsaw Man Day! We're back again, finally here. Not as sick as before, so I'm not that bad, but I could be worse, but I'm not. But how you doing? Welcome in, Desto. Our boy needs a break, but he's going through it. He's going through it, man. But you know what? We're also going through it. We also are going to keep pushing forward because we're not going to let no little weekly devil catch up and get us, man. Look. Call me at dinner. Well, good. It's perfect time for you then, because this is the Chainsaw Man Live Reaction for chapter 187. So, you already know, welcome to Go 7 as well. We are going to be reading on Shonen Jump app, as you know. Go over there. It is free. You have to pay no money. You can read the latest chapter. Read with me. If you already read it, just be quiet and so you can see my reaction. And then we'll talk about all the goodness that is this chapter. Hopefully this chapter this week will give us some more substance, something to at least latch onto, to be able to have more of a conversation with. But we'll find out. We'll find out. When it comes to Chainsaw Man's pacing, it hasn't been the best. It hasn't been the best, but we're pushing forward. We're doing that. Chainsaw Man, Chainsaw Man Day, let's go, baby. All right. You got some strong theories? Okay, all right, then bet. I'm glad to see that you are still in the theory game. So let me go get the app myself, because I'm not even over there. But let's do this. Hope you guys like my thumbnail though. I try to make something out of this without trying to spoil myself. I try to avoid these things as best I can. All right. Chainsaw Man chapter 187. Barf. Interesting. Okay. Interesting title. So I am assuming this man is gonna throw up something at some point. Then I'm assuming Puchilla's gonna do it. Is that gonna be a whole chapter or what? I mean, the chapter's name is that. So I wonder how far we're gonna go here. But let's see. We see the heart. It falls on the ground. Puchilla looking. You seen better days, like you said. All right. Stomp it. He's gonna stomp out the heart. He's just gonna step on that sucker. It's like, just get the sucker out of here. Get this little thing. Just step on that thing, all right? Just stomp it. But it don't matter because it's coming back, baby. And it worked. Okay, so what you guys were talking about before was indeed true. So, I mean, look, so I was expecting or thinking like, oh, they could do something else entirely, or, I thought they could do a little something different. Granted, the way this went about, like, I thought he was gonna pull the cord as he was about to hit the devil or something, and then he's gonna be like, and then the chainsaw's gonna come out and kind of attack at that time. But no, they didn't do any of that. He was on the ground, and then now he's popping out. So I mean, now he's reconstructing right in front of his face. So I mean, technically this devil could just do something, but I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Okay, he still pops up and immediately cuts the devil. Devil's just acting extra chill. I mean, again, it's a primordial devil, and he's all, at the end of the day, he also is like, man, I'm trying to get eaten right now, all right? I need you to eat me. That's what I need you to do. Yeah, he's literally, ripping through him right now. Okay. I don't know how much that's gonna do, though. I mean, I don't think these chainsaws are gonna do much. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. I'm assuming the damage that's happening to this devil is also hurting the people around him too, the people that are contracted with him, obviously, because I see blood coming out of them and everything like that. Or at least the way they're reacting, it makes it seem like they're also affected by the damage that's happening to them. But I don't know. Thanks, Chainsaw Man. This is the most vivid and powerful pain I've ever experienced, but you can't kill me that way. I mean, I figured as much. I mean, like I said, I didn't think I was gonna do anything. But I mean, damage is damage, You put some damage on him. Puchilla Dama enters the fray, exactly. Oh. Interesting. He touched them and turned this boy into a tree in real life. Interesting. I hate it all. Okay, we're back on Dinky's side, and he ate the entire guts of the tree. That's a weird thing to say, but that's what he did, and he's going for another one. And he won't stop. Like I said, he's that locomotive machine thing, and he ready to keep going. I don't know how he's eating all this. Stop it! Stop that young man! It's the naked man. He's hiding behind a tree. And he's like, "How you got here killing suckers? What are you doing?" They attributed becoming a statue merch, calling it. I mean, I was about to say, no, that's stupid. Actually, you're probably right. I could definitely see them making merch out of that. I mean, that's a nice image. Why not make merch out of it? You know what I'm saying? Look, would you buy it? These people lived for millennia trying to escape this place. They reached the truth. You haven't even hit 20. You have no right to kill them. And he's still going, though. And he's still chopping it down with the edge of his hand. Ah! Whatever, man. I'm thankful for the food, and I'm eating it with gusto. So I'm sure they forgive me. I mean, they look like they're in pain. I don't know if that's the case here. I mean, can they even feel? How much can they feel? Like, as he's doing this, how bad are these cuts to the tree here? You know what I mean? Like, how bad are they feeling here? He's a devil. Yes, he is. Because he is a flammable cheetah. All right. Let's see. When we get part 2 merchandise in like 2035. Yeah. Big Walt, how you doing? It's not like the trees are dying. I mean, I guess, yeah, I mean, they're not dying, but isn't that worse? I mean, think about it. Because, like, at that point, all you're doing is just suffering. You're suffering the entire time. Sometimes things are worse than death. Death is the release of things, right? Like, you don't have to feel nothing no more. Like, you're not dying, so you're just in constant pain. Like, what do you mean? Like, wait a minute. He revved up and he's cutting again. He said, get that tree bullcrap out of my face. Hit that devil again in the face. What we doing? That attack literally did nothing. Could you eat me already? You apparently have no other means of killing me. I mean, what do you expect him? He's Chainsaw Man. He got chainsaws. Like, he's not gonna pull a gun on you all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what you're expecting. If you think he has any other moves, I mean, I don't know about that. Do trees feel pain? I mean, that's the thing though. I don't know this though. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I like to think so. I mean, especially considering these are actual humans and everything, right? But even like the trees we have here, I feel like there's emotions. Like plants feel things. You know what I mean? It's been proven that plants can feel stuff. So like theoretically speaking, they should, and therefore they're suffering. I'm just saying. I hope they do. Dude is yelling. Ghost have. Excuse me. Your country and city mouse, story perceptive country mouse takes no risk and becomes one with nature trees. City mouse cuts tree to progress. True. Yo, hold up. Hey, Ghost, how you cooking? Hey, you cooking? I remember that. That's what I'm talking about. Bushida, the barf. The barf. Wait, what? My belly's about to burst. If you're struggling, make me barf up something kind of useful, devil. Really? What? We didn't even do anything. We didn't do anything in this chapter. Bro, you could have at least revealed what he was about to barf up. Oh, come on. The chapter ends there. It says to be continued. I'm assuming it's not going on break. I'm assuming. I'm not seeing. No, yeah, next chapter in 7 days. Okay. At least the bi-weekly devil didn't hit us yet. No, there's no break. It says in 7 days. So we should get another chapter next week. Okay. Next chapter is on New Year's Eve, which is very insane. You would think, you would think he would be on break now. Like this is like the perfect time to be on break. But weirdly enough, Fujimoto is like, actually, I will work on the week. I'll work on the holidays. It's a New Year's. Yeah, you know what? New me. That's what I'm about to do. That's what I'm about to do. All right. Really, I don't know. Like I said, what I got here is telling me otherwise. Like on the Shonen Jump app, it says in 7 days, but Manga Plus tends to be a bit better with that. So, Jump app probably could be wrong. I mean, I'll say this much. If he's really taking a break next week, darn him. Because he probably has something here. That's what I'm saying. He should at least revealed it then. Like if he's going to go on break, he could at least revealed what it was. And then be like, oh, we can at least talk about it, right? But like, there's literally really no talking point outside of, ooh, what devil could it be? I don't know. He can get embarked on by Himeno, has unlocked the skill and just turned a traumatic experience into a power. I mean, in this particular situation, yes, he did. In this particular situation, yes, he did. Before page 12, Michael mentions that area of other possible conclusions besides death at the end of living beings' lifespan. Oh, really? Oh, really? Yeah, Manga Plus is always correct. I was look. Hey, it can mess up. These are all just sites at the end of the day, okay, Lloyd? All right, welcome in, by the way. I'm just saying. I'm being hopeful. I want another chapter next week. Like, I don't want to wait 2 weeks before we finally get the reveal of what he's about to barf up. It better not be nothing stupid. I'll say that much. Power! How you doing, Quest? Welcome in. Express Manga Plus? All right, fine. You might have access to the 4 types of deaths. Wait, what? Is this your big brain? Is this your big brain theory, Tav? Interesting. What are the other types? I can't remember what she said. Like she explained all that, right? Mom has to called it right every single time. Look, I'm just saying, what if one time they finally messed up? Like, oh wow, they messed up. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, look, man, it's just a site at the end of the day, man. But no, more than likely, it's probably gonna be on break instead. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, again, this is Fujimoto we're talking about. Again, it feels weird. If it were to freaking come out next week, that's kind of shocking. I'm not gonna lie, especially considering, again, literally the literal holidays are right here. Like Christmas is right there. So like, I don't. That'd be weird. I wouldn't expect them to do that. Also mentions the sixth sense. People used to have in Stars Destroying Minds, nuclear fusion. Interesting. What? Interesting. I mean, she was saying a lot of nonsense at that time, and it's something I need to go back to read because you're bringing this up, and I remember this, but I don't remember everything that was like said. She's like what she said. Because again, when I was reading and catching up and everything, I'm like, some of that I didn't quite understand. I'm not gonna lie. It says to be on break because of the holidays. That's what I'm saying. Like, it makes sense in this particular instance to actually be on break. Like, I can't fault him and be like, oh, why are you taking a break? No, like, go with your family. Go celebrate Christmas. All right, have Happy New Year's. Like, go do that. People got to spend a little time with his family. I mean, look like he already does that. Mr. Bi-Weekly Devil, all right? I'm just telling you, stop. Look, I sound like one of those people online that get upset when a manga decides to take like a massive break or something, and then they might come back, they might not. Look, I want everybody to take their breaks. Fujimoto, you deserve your break, all right? But all I'm saying is this chapter should at least revealed what he was gonna throw up. That's all I asked. That's all I asked. I was hoping, because the chapter title was named Barf. I was hoping it wasn't going to end off like this, but something told me it was going to do that. Something told me it was going to do that, because he's doing these freaking cliffhangers. And it's like, some are not even that good. Guys. Fumiko, 0 out of 10 chapter. So you care about Fumiko now. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Having recycling part 1 over and over, so it's a fair game. Yeah, which makes sense. Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. He's been doing this the entire time so far. He's been recycling the entire idea of part 1 into part 2, and just doing a little different, something. But it's working, kind of. But I said again, the pacing needs to be a bit better here. I'm telling you, man, they could have at least showed what it was. That's all I'm saying. because he keeps doing this, woke. He keeps doing, like, we don't get nothing. We've gotten nothing pretty much for the past, like, 4 chapters, bro. It's been a month. It's been a whole month. And it's like we haven't really progressed that much. Like, in anime form, all of these, like, last 4 chapters could have been, like, summed down in, like, maybe 10 minutes, like, in a full episode. It's like, if I'm being honest, like, because there's a lot of action happening. There's stuff going on in there, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot happening throughout these chapters. That's all I'm saying. The nuclear devil is barfed. The people will recognize old nuclear bombs that weren't used. Yeah, exactly. That would be interesting. I mean, so we can speculate and see whether or not what kind of devil this is gonna be. I like to think we're doing a full circle moment, and the devil that will come out will in fact be the nuclear war devil. It makes the most sense, given that this is like something that was said almost in like super early stages, like what? The first couple of chapters even of part 2 of what the owl devil, or now what Yoru wanted, and what she wanted that devil. That's like, I'm gonna make you barf that up. Now, she's not making him do anything, right? This is a different devil is making that happen. But regardless of that, I like to think that, to me, that would be a better full circle moment. Also, a realization and a shocker for this to even be like happening at this point in time now. That's what's so interesting about it. And I mean, I will say this is an interesting concept, because yes, he's weaponizing Denji's traumatic experiences all into one thing here. And the fact that barfing is like now a weapon for him to be able to barf up other devils, pretty much at will, for the most part, right? Like, he's able to actually make this happen. It's a nice callback from just part 1 and how much barf has been seen throughout this freaking manga. All right, because it like that's been a weird reoccurring nasty thing, actually. That's a nasty reoccurrence. I don't like that, but that's what we have here. That's what we have here. Let me see. I didn't see Fumiko's body is what I meant. Oh. So I was sitting there like, you want to see Fumiko all of a sudden? Like, why does I say you want to see Fumiko? He's like, man, I need Fumiko on the scene again. I gotta make sure she's okay. Yeah, see, look, we'll never know. You don't be showing bodies like that, man. But no, I like to think that it should be the nuclear war devil. That's like the best option, I think, to me, that makes the most sense. And if it does that, if that is the devil, it's like, yeah, it's a full circle moment. And I feel like that would be tying, like, we are getting closer to the end here, seeing as we're seeing themes from back then on part 2 coming back right now. You know what I mean? It makes a lot of sense for it to happen. But because it makes a lot of sense, I have a feeling that's not going to be the case here. Shoot, for all I know, it could be like the tomato devil or something. Like, it can be some other devil entirely that we don't even know about that's inside Buchita. Buchita has eaten a lot of devils throughout his time. So the sky's the limit, honestly. All devils have 2 forms, a collection of bodies. We should defeat the aging devil by unlocking the aging's true body. Interesting. I don't know. I just don't see this devil being defeated by Buchita, though. I don't know. I don't see that happening. There was a black fluid that was used for Santa Claus to transform. If the naked body with hands and a head, yeah. What are you talking about, Quetz? Probably coughed up the pacing devil used to. It's like, nah, that devil's gonna stay in that belly. We ain't never gonna pick up the pace. We ain't never gonna do it, man. Using the AIDS devil would make for a. It's like, what? I mean, funny enough, I wonder. I mean, I doubt it. Because you're talking about diseases all of a sudden, right? Like, I mean, there's like the bubonic plague and other things like that, right? Like, what if Buchita decides to barf up some kind of like plague devil, right? Like, can that devil actually infect primordial devils? Could that be the way to defeat them? Do be like a Miriam, what was it? The Miriam in the old man fight from Hunter x Hunter. Sucker dies by a disease. can't defeat him hand to hand, so you just kill a sucker by disease. Yeah. I'm not gonna come back mostly joking. See, you keep making that joke, but you never know, man. You never know. You might barf up that body, and then all of a sudden that body reforms because the control devil is dead now that we know of now, right? And so all of a sudden it's like Makima's back, and then she's like bang, and then wow, and then Makima takes control of all the whole situation. And he's like, no more primordial devil. I have control of the situation now. Like, look, I doubt that. That would be way too much. I would question Fujimoto's sanity at that point if he decided to go that route. Look, the best bet, because we actually called it this week, at least, right? I feel like we called it for the most part this week, which not much happened. Yes, we knew that she was gonna like get thrown, transform right then and there, and just throw hands. And we were speculating there's gonna be some other kind of devil or something that he can barf up. So like we're already on the right path. We're figuring out Fujimoto. So I just want to think we're still on the right path here by thinking that more than likely the nuclear war devil would be a weapon that might be useful to throw up. But at the same time, it would be weird to utilize that right here and there only because it is nuclear war. It's nuclear. Like the area of effect that nuclear weapons can do is staggering. And I don't know how much that would actually do to actually fix the situation that they're currently in. You know what I mean? I don't see how that would help. But maybe I'm not seeing something that maybe that Yoru is capable of doing with that devil. You know what I mean? Because like anything can happen with it. So I don't know. It's hard to say. Plague is sometimes considered to be the fourth horseman. He's either plague or conquest. We have a new one created that they control. Interesting. Bro, that's actually not a bad idea. Because like you said, conquest, control is pretty much the same thing, just under different names. Cause that would be interesting, because then but that would change the makeup of the devil then, right? Because that was still, so that devil's the same devil, technically speaking. Would it still hold some of the memories of his past life or lives, if that's the case? Because I mean, it's not like Nayuta didn't know of some stuff back then with Makima and all that, because like you can tell she had memories of that. So I mean, I wonder, that wouldn't be a bad idea though, to change the whole makeup of that devil. I like that idea. But a plague that would suck. Because, like, that's nothing but death. Like, what are we doing here? He has war control over the gun devil, overrides Makima's control. I like to think so. I mean, she is the mother of that weapon. So, therefore, she should have more control over it. But I would think it's more of a power struggle situation, though, Gosav, if you think about it, right? Whoever has the most control, most power at that time should be able to control that devil. So if like Yoru is more feared, therefore she should have more control over that devil as opposed to Makima. You know what I mean? Even with prior contracts, like I don't know if she would be able to take over that particular devil, given that at this point in time, Yoru is pretty feared. I like to think so. If it does come back, I think it's going to be an accident. So you don't think it's gonna be the devil here right now? So you don't think he's gonna barf him up? Depending on the version of the story, the first horseman is either plague or conquest. Yeah, exactly. It does depend on the concept of how the story goes. That's a very interesting idea though, because that would change some stuff up. That would make it a lot more, I would say, make it more unpredictable. Definitely make it harder to know what we'd be getting ourselves into at that point, especially considering that it's like, I don't know, because what's interesting about it, if you really think about it, because I think all the devils, all of the four horsemen, their powers isn't as they seem, as you can tell from what at least from on Makima's end. You can see how it is when it comes to her control powers. Yeah, it's control, but there's other things that she's able and is capable of doing and stuff like that. So there's always more to them that we don't know about, and it could be the same thing with Fami. Ting, Yoda's back again. How you doing? He said, me. How you doing, man? How you like the chapter? How you like the chapter? Which it is an offspring of the Death Devil, like how the Gun Devil is an offspring of the World. I mean, it wouldn't be impossible, given that we're doing the whole mother, son, or sibling situation, stuff like that, right? So I wouldn't be surprised that he is an offset to that, given that with death is like the end, right? That is it. Vegeta has the ability to pretty much wipe or eat any devil and make them literally not exist ever again. That would go in line with death. That makes a lot of sense. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some type of connection there, whether it's that's the son or not. But I wouldn't be surprised. That honestly, that theory to me sticks really hard, and I subscribe to that one. That one makes a lot of sense. You can Power Punch reference. They'll see Makima for last, plus a huge tree. Interesting. The chapter was awesome. Best 30 seconds of my day. Pause. You stupid, bro. I mean, this chapter was very short. And I just wish that he just revealed what was going to be thrown up. Instead of us speculating what it could be, it would have been nice to know, hey, this is what it is. You know what I mean? I like the chapter, and I got a Naruto-like flashback of chapter 84 about a devil that would make sense to barf up. Interesting. Okay, see, Ghost, I was just talking about chapter 84 too. So what are your whole thoughts? Where are you going with this? What are you feeling right now? I need to know. I'm still trying to figure out what the rating is for this chapter though. It's getting to me, because of how the chapters have been when it comes to its pacing, it's been very difficult to pinpoint where I want to put the chapters, when it comes to the rating for it. Because I know they're not going to be very high. None of these are very high, only because it's somewhat transitional. We're just getting to point A to point B, but we're doing it very slowly is the thing here. And I just wish there was just more that was actually going on here. And I hate doing the comparison again and again and again. But both freaking One Piece, Kagurabachi, all the stuff I'm reading right now, they do a lot better of a job at its pacing and keeping things more consistent and together. I quote Makima chapter 84, because Chainsaw Man ate them all up. The sixth sense all humans used to have. The light of a particular star could break children's mind. So you think it's gonna be that particular devil? Yeah, because that's what Ghost Town was saying basically. Because to me, or to all of us at this point, I like to think he's been reciting a lot of stuff from part 1 and putting it into part 2. He's been doing this for the longest time at this point, so we know he's doing the recycling of those ideas. So we know this. So that's why it can be any one of those devils that was eaten at that time, which is what he's bringing up at the moment. So it could be Nuclear Devil, and I'm subscribed to that one, but it could be any of those devils that's being brought up. It can even be something like that. Because we need a devil that's going to be useful in this fight for them to be able to win. They have to beat this guy. From where they're at right now, they have to beat the Asian devil. I don't think they can just leave, or it's not like the Falling Devil situation where it just goes away. This devil's not going away. So they're going to have to actually beat this primordial devil. How they do it is I just don't know exactly, and I don't know what devil is going to be the devil that's going to be able to turn the tides for them to be able to win, is the thing here. Shoot, that devil that they barf up or bring out could be an ally at that time, but that thing can easily turn on them all of a sudden and be a problem for them to have to deal with after the fact as well. It's really hard to say. It's really hard to say. So this more than likely being the last chapter of the year. I'll ask, like I did last year, what's your speculation for next year and this year? And this year, live up to the hype? Great questions. I appreciate that. That's a very good question. Honestly, Desto, if I'm being completely honest, because I'm an honest man, and I try my best to be as honest as I possibly can. I enjoy Chainsaw Man. I do enjoy it. And because I'm a person that's a fan of this, I can't help but also be critical of what I'm also reading as well. So if I'm being honest with you, this last year for Chainsaw Man hasn't been as good as the year before. I'll say that much. Really being in this fandom and being as consistent with Chainsaw Man, I haven't missed a chapter. I've been here this entire year. And I have to say, like, it's been riddled with problems with its pacing. It's not even like the story itself. It's just the pacing is actually an issue on a weekly basis. If you're reading this in a volume portion where you're reading like 4 or 5 chapters at a time and then you stop, you're probably going to have a much better time with Chainsaw Man. But if you're following it like I'm following it, which you're doing on a weekly basis, it makes this feel like such a drag, such a crawl to the finish line. We've been at this for a while, it feels like. And it feels like all the arcs in part 2 has kind of been that way, honestly. It's been kind of like on a dragging type of like feeling. Not to say that it's been bad, it just hasn't been as good as it could be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this manga could be a lot better than what it is if Fujimoto condensed some of the ideas, or just become a little bit quicker at getting from point A to point B. If he just did that, this would be much better consumed, much better rated. People have a better idea with this. You know what I mean? There's just so much more that could have been said for this, and people have a better outlook to it. Because I know right now, I feel like the fan base has been very up and down, and it's nowhere near as popular as it once was. I have to say that much as well. There's not a lot of people that talk about Chainsaw Man in that same way as they used to. So yeah, so I would say it probably didn't live up to the hype that it had at the time. I can say that much. In terms of its offspring of family, I think so. I think the Eternal Devil actually is. Makima quote part 2. For possible conclusions other than death at the end of the living being lifespan, I can't recall them even now exactly, but maybe we will soon enough. Send Buchita Rasengan's out of 8 out of 10. Buchita teaming up with the A's. What are you talking about? What's that? It's like, what? He said it's canon, really. I believe last year you said you were looking forward to seeing Death Devil this year. Because like you would think the Death Devil will come out. Like that's what's so funny about this. Like I remember saying that actually. I remember saying that. And I thought the Death Devil should come out by now, but apparently it did not. Everybody's been talking about it. But we have yet to see the Death Devil. And then we're not gonna see it this year. Shoot, will we see it next year? I don't know. God. There could be another end that death that is enabled in aging. I mean, the Death Devil should be able to do it. I like to think the Death Devil in general should be like the strongest devil in Chainsaw Man. I mean, death is an inevitability for all. No one escapes it. So I'm just saying that makes sense to me. It's for me, but that's some really cool action panels. Yeah, the action panels are pretty good. I'll give them that. I mean, it's almost confirmed part 3. I think so too. Because like that's the other thing. I was sitting here wondering. I don't think part 2 is gonna be the end for Chainsaw Man. But then at the same time, I mean, where do we go from here? So it's part 3 of Chainsaw Man, right? Are we gonna get another new like main character? Or like, are we just gonna go back to just Denji? Like, I'm kind of curious what part 3 is gonna look like, if there is. But it does feel like we're gonna be heading in that direction of another part. It feels like, anyways. It's too slow. Should take himself more time to make more pages for a better pacing. I think so, right? Like, it's not like he can't do that. Especially considering that he's usually bi-weekly. It's not like he couldn't do more. And I think that's the other reason what makes this like such a crawl at times. It'd be one thing if he was like Kagurabachi, right? That man literally takes no breaks unless he's forced to. Like an actual holiday happens, then he like Golden Week, you can't you can't work on Golden Week, so you can't release anything. You know what I mean? So he had to take a break. But like, if he was that consistent, I don't think this would feel as bad either. But Fujimoto has been consistently more bi-weekly than he is on the weekly standpoint. So it makes the crawl of this even more. You know what I mean? Like, look at this shadow right here. More than likely he's going to be on break, and it's like we're not getting a lot out of this. We're not getting a lot out of this. Everything was definitely better. Yeah, the end of the Aquarium arc and Fallen Devil arc. Yeah, exactly, right? So I feel like there's a little more hype behind it for it to work going into next year. If this is our last chapter, I'm not gonna lie, this is like leaving a bit on a whimper. You give us like the possibility of what this next level could be great, right? So I think he's letting that be the thing that holds us off for it. And maybe the last chapter of the year, maybe if this is not the last chapter, is going to be the thing that's going to maybe spark more interest again. We'll have to see. That's why I say maybe it could be Makima. Because if people saw Makima come back all of a sudden, people are going to lose their minds. They're going to lose their minds. The devil's getting milk. Not the milk. God dang it. Like I was saying, part 2 in next year. It depends. It depends on how consistent he is when it comes to making the manga. If he's consistent at doing the manga, yes, it should end next year. But that depends on him, though. Doggo agrees. Yeah, I guess he does. You hear him too. You hear him barking. I just think the final boss is going to be Fami. I've been speculating that, and I think we've all been kind of speculating that Fami might be the final boss at all this, because we don't know what her full plan is. And I do feel as though at the end of the day, she's up to something, and she's gonna be a problem. She's gonna be a problem. Shadow had insane art. I wouldn't say that. I mean, I've seen better on a weekly basis. That's why I wouldn't necessarily say this had insane art. It was good. It was good. Don't get me wrong. When Bushido's going through the Aging Devil, that was some nice art. Very, very action packed and speed lines. Like it looks good, but I wouldn't say it's insane though. I was thinking that family was the one who caused death from Asa. Honest, I wouldn't be surprised by that. I've always had this theory. I don't know if you were here for me when I said this before, but I had a feeling when it comes to the sisters, right? The Four Horsemen, they had an issue with each other. They fought against each other in some ways and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if they killed each other in hell at one point in time and stuff like that. I feel like they don't work well together because they all want control in some way, shape, or form. Which is why I suspect, because people always suspect this, right? When it comes to Control Devil, once Makima died, that devil died almost immediately in hell and went back to the freaking to Earth, basically, right? So I feel like she's not very well liked in hell in general, like because she is the Control Devil, right? And she demands that control, and people don't want that. They don't want to be controlled. All right, I mean, she controlled hybrids and stuff like that, so I wouldn't be surprised if she was in hell controlling other devils. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she probably like sucker. So I'm just saying, like, I feel like the sisters have issues with each other in some way, shape, or form, and have been bullied. Like, I said this when it comes to Yoru's character, which is why she acts the way she acts. She's been bullied, and she's probably been bullied by her sisters. If you really think about it, like, if war's not happening, which war doesn't happen very often, what the heck is she even doing? You know what I mean? Like, theoretically speaking, she should, in a way, be weaker than the others in some way, shape, or form. Famine is always still around in some shape or form. There is always some kind of conflict and fighting, but it's not full-on war, though. You know what I mean? That's not the same concept, if you think about it, right? So, but there are always other areas where there's not a lot of food and people be struggling and stuff like that. So family always can have some type of like power between that. Control devil, and death is death. Like, you know, so like obviously, you know, she's like the one on the low end, and so they probably mess with her and bullied her and stuff like that. That's why she wants to be seen and be shown that she is strong too. That she's not little. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like this was going on here. How do you read online? So it's just a Shonen Jump app. there's an app you can go over into the Google Play Store. It's called Shonen Jump, and there's an app for it. You can download it. You can read Chainsaw Man for free over there. For at least the first, the latest chapter you can. Outside of that, you have to then pay for it. Paying for it is very cheap though. It's $3 a month. And you can get access to not just Chainsaw Man, but all their catalog of Shonen Jump, Shonen Jump manga that's out there. So it's all there. Like I pay for it. It got freaking stupid cheap. Okay, all right. Hey, well, thank you for it. I appreciate you. Yeah, there's an official way of doing this. It's official and it's free. It's very cheap if you want to actually just get into it. That's why I pay for it. It's like it's not a bad app. It works pretty well for the most part. I mean, you could go the other route that Quetz is talking about, but at the same time, look, we don't condone that. We don't push that message here, okay? But welcome in though. He wants to destroy her sisters. She didn't like them. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, I feel like they all have some issues with each other. And yeah, part was the origin story of the hero. Part 2 is the origin story of the villain. Would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. I would like that, actually. Yes, they need to do that. If there comes out, do you think we'll have another 2-year hiatus, like between 2 and 1? I think so. That would make a lot of sense. He should go on hiatus and let him refresh his mind a little bit. Maybe even bring back more of the passion for Chainsaw Man, because I do feel like maybe there is some passion that could be potentially gone. Because if you do a manga for a very long time, your enthusiasm for drawing it and for writing it and stuff isn't going to be the same when you first start. I mean, that's just the name of the game at times, unless you truly love it. But a lot of the times you're not going to have that same type of passion. And I do feel when it comes to Fujimoto, he has these other ideas, and I think he wants to be able to explore other things. He's just not allowing himself to do that just yet, is the thing here, because he needs to finish up with Chainsaw Man at least. It's just the origin story. Let me see. Maybe she wanted Yoro to become stronger to control her when she's strong to reach her goal, whatever that is. I mean, maybe. I mean, we don't fully know the full makeup and how the sisters really are towards each other. It's hard to say, especially on Fami's. And Fami's been a very weird enigma just in general, and we need to see more of her, which is why I wish we got some more out of this year from her character, but we didn't. So I mean, there's only so much we can do here. Only the recent chapters are free on Jump, but Manga Plus has all of them for free and 3 once. Oh, well, yeah. Well, as I'm saying, at the end of the day, it's still free, and it's not a bad option. And like I said, if you want to pay for it, it's really not a lot of money. Part 3 will be Denji versus Asa. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's one way of doing it, because I always expected Asa to die in part 2. Honestly, I don't see her living through this. I don't know why. There's something about her in her character. Yeah, I feel like she wouldn't. I don't think she's supposed to survive part 2, especially considering the problem that Yoru even is. Now, Yoru's a problem. As we've seen, she don't care. She kills and is ready to kill at a moment's notice. She don't care like that. So I don't know. I don't know about that. 12 of the manga. Okay, cool. Part 3 might be how Denji becomes normal, no chainsaw. That is a very good idea, actually. I like the way you're thinking, because that's also been a theme throughout this entire part 2 for Denji, and I wouldn't be surprised necessarily by that. I just don't know. So the thing is, we got to know whether or not if there's a way to separate a devil from their human host, right? Because if there's a way to do that, that would allow not just for Denji to be normal again, but for Asa to be normal again, and not have Yoru there. Because at the end of the day, she got thrusted into this whole entire situation beyond her own will. She didn't want this. She didn't want this to happen. Denji saying that in the same way, but I mean, Bushido and Denji, they too cool with each other. So theoretically speaking, they don't have to split for him to have a normal life. You would never have to go into a Chainsaw Man body ever again, and Bushido would be fine with that. Bushido don't care. he wants Denji to have a good life, and yeah, I feel for him. That's what I was trying to say. One, focus on Denji, the origin of hero. Two was Asa's origin of villain. I mean, that makes sense. That would, like I said, that. I mean, it's kind of what we're seeing though, right? I mean, we're seeing Asa, aka Yoru, really get more into her evil roots and really showcasing like how she views others on Yoru's end, anyways, right? Because we didn't really know exactly how she views others, but it's plain to see that she doesn't have empathy. She's just there to finally gain her strength and to be on top, to be number one. So I don't know. That is a very good idea though. That'd be interesting. Granted, I wonder how interesting, I guess. See, if part 3 was that though, when it comes to like Denji not just literally trying to be normal. I mean, I guess in a way he would not even be wouldn't be a part of part 3, technically speaking, unless you're just gonna see like a normal, slice of life manga. I don't know, it's interesting. 3 is the final battle. I can see it though. I guess there's many different options and different like directions that this manga can go, and that is a credit to Fujimoto. He's made this very difficult to know where we're gonna go in the end. I'll be honest with you. It's hard to tell where we're gonna be going with this and how this even whole part is gonna end, because we still haven't seen the prophecy be fulfilled, or if it even is gonna be fulfilled. But a lot has been going on. A lot has happened that I feel like we're still setting up to that prophecy. All right, the Nostradamus prophecy is still there, so don't forget. Every saga part 1, Denji's gonna eat Asa out. Pause. Really, man? You don't have to put the out part. Just eat Asa. All right, and no pause. Okay, come on. It'll be different. I hope so. I don't want Asa to be a villain, but it would be pretty interesting. A girl I thought she was above everybody and looked down on people that did bad becomes the villain. So you actually want to see Asa herself actually be in that like villain role, not necessarily Yoru, but actually Asa herself. Like, that'd be weird. I can't see the only reason I can't see her doing it is that she'll be so freaking clumsy at doing it, man. Like, you've seen her. She be tripping at the most important parts. Like, ain't no way she gonna be a successful villain. Like, I can't see it. Cause like that would literally be the reason why she dies. Like, he's like, "How dare you? I'm gonna hit you with my final move," and then she falls on the ground, and then boom, she dies because she can't do it, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Emerging of the two Asa and Yoru. Oh, okay, a full merger. Okay. Even then, if you're still doing a full merger, there's still Asa there. So I don't know, man. Asa number 1 villain. Nah, I don't think Asa can do it. I can't. Like, she's still bootleg. Like, you're Asa. I mean, I guess that can work. That's the merger name right there. And sort of told she was like drop dead. Interesting. Hey, stop. Like, see. You're having ideas. You're making me think. Yeah, I read the latest chapter, so yeah, I mean, technically speaking, I've read the whole manga. I'm currently caught up. But welcome in, Shell. Welcome in. What'd you think of this week's chapter of Chainsaw Man? So Chainsaw Man, I'm gonna pause off of a cliff. They're saying exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's classic Asa. Asa would do this. Like, she can't be a villain and be good at it. I just can't see it. So how long did it take me? Well, reading this, are you asking like when it comes to reading this latest chapter, or just catching up to Chainsaw Man in general? Because I've been caught up for a minute now. I got caught up once, like, was like right before. It's like in the middle, like when the anime was out, but I was catching up then, and read through part 1. It didn't take me very long. The manga is not that long. It feels like, and like the chapters aren't that long in general, so it's really not that hard to catch up. Like, if you actually take some time with it, you can catch up with like less than a week. Like, it don't really take much. Like, even less than that. Like I said, like less than a week. It's like, for me, it took me, I think, just a couple of days to catch up on it when I was like invested, when I was like binge reading it. But yeah, it didn't take me very long though. Part 1 was mostly fighting, so you can finish part 1. Yeah, like 2 days. Yeah, exactly. So I'm saying, like, I don't remember. It didn't take like a week for me. It took a couple of days for me to catch up on it, because I mean, I was liking what I was reading. All right, there were some really hard parts at times, because Denji and some of the weird stuff that, you know, Fujimoto likes to come up with can be kind of weird. But I enjoyed it though. I enjoyed it. It took me a year because I was oh, this freaking sucker right here. Oh boy. That don't even make any sense, man. Ain't nothing going on like that in here. What the heck? Ain't nothing going on in the manga like that. Come on now. Plot twist part 3. What could be crazy? Asa dies and he, I don't know, becomes a villain, and Yoru could be the. What the heck? That'd be so freaking weird. How the heck that would happen? That would be so odd. Interesting though. Interesting. Isn't your typical hero either. Fujimoto could make it work. That is true. You do have a point though, Deso. You have a point there. He isn't a typical hero. So she would be a weird, non-typical villain. You know, you have a point. I hate the fact that you got a point, but you got a point. All right. Appearing singer girl. That's interesting. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. I just hope next year for Chainsaw Man, the pacing gets better. That's if anything happens with this manga, I just want the pacing to be better. And that's my only wish. If I had a wish upon a star, I wished for Chainsaw Man to have better pacing. If it has better pacing on a week-to-week basis, I'd be eating very well with this manga, because I do enjoy this. So, yeah. If Makima shows up in part 2, we'll know as Wolf will skyrocket. I mean, like I said before, again, if he wants to leave this manga off at the end of the year with a bang, bringing Makima back would actually make everybody go crazy. People were already speculating at one point online over on X, on Twitter, and they were already like throwing out random rumors, and people were getting hype off that rumor that Makima was back. That, like, literally just the rumor. And they were going insane. So like, that's all it takes. If that was the case, that would make it very interesting just based off of that. Anime left off of her character Araki power, so I hope they're doing well. You just gotta keep reading, brother. You just gotta keep. I don't want to spoil nothing for you. Just know you're gonna be in for a ride. Okay, and a really emotional roller coaster ride. All right. We're in spoiler territory, but what we're talking about, you probably won't even remember what we're talking about once you finally catch up, right? But I'm just saying. Stay tuned, and also get ready for the anime, because it is coming back. All right. Arthur is convenient working at a 9 to 5 and struggling to pay the bills. Look, I need to see Konobe come back. All right. I miss her. She's such a great character. So, all right. With all that said and done, I do hope that at the end of the day, Chainsaw Man is able to get back into like the spotlight that it had, and to maintain that spotlight. I want people to still enjoy Chainsaw Man for what it is. That's my main thing here, because I know this is a very special manga, and it has very unique characters, and is written in a way that it makes these characters have so much more depth that you don't even realize what you're currently actually reading. If you just take the time to really understand these characters, there's more to Denji that meets the eye. There's more to Aki, to Power, to any of these characters that are actually currently in the series. That's why I mess with Asa, and Asa's my favorite character, because the level of depth to her character is freaking great, and I enjoy this manga for what it is. So yeah, I don't think Makima will come back either, but you never know. Yeah, don't get spoiled. Like I said, you gotta watch yourself out here, Shell. Recent movie have an official panel, Jump Fest this Saturday. Oh, really? Okay, yeah, thank you, Des. I appreciate that. Thank you for always posting stuff, by the way, too. That always helps out in the Discord. So with that said, my final rating for this chapter here is going to be a 6 out of 10. It's above average. It's not the worst. I just wish that we had the reveal instead of holding off on the reveal until next week or till the next chapter comes out, right? I wanted to see what was going to be barfed up, but we're going to have to wait. Fujimoto, you're still doing good. Just pacing wise, you gotta get the thing going, man. All right, you gotta get that thing going. So what would y'all rate this week's chapter of Chainsaw Man? Leave it in the comments and tell me what y'all think right now. I'd like to know, all right? Please, I wanna know. Also, if you guys can real quick, can you like this stream? It helps with the algorithm build, it pushes out to other people so we can go in here and have more conversations with Chainsaw Man. Because Chainsaw Man Tuesdays is a thing. I do this every time Chainsaw Man comes out. Just so you know. For the new people that came in here, I literally stream this anytime Chainsaw Man comes out. So anytime a new chapter comes out, you will be seeing my face. All right? I don't miss it. Even if I'm sick or whatever the case is, I will always still be here for Chainsaw Man because I am here for you guys. All right. We will be streaming over on twitch.tv/Thabreakmaster a little later, and maybe in another hour or so. We'll be over there and we're gonna be reading some Kagurabachi. And I like to try to read the one shot from Dandadan. All right. There's a one shot from the creator of Dandadan. I hadn't got a chance to read it. I want to read it, so we're gonna try to read that. Me and Anna. We're going to be doing that together. So that's the idea for at least today's stream over on twitch.tv/Thabreakmaster. So we're going to be going over there. All right. If you want to know, that link is also on my page. So just look at my stuff. I got social media everywhere. So if you for the new people that are here, just so you know, I'm the Breakmaster everywhere. It's like you find me on many platforms. I'm on Blue Sky now too, by the way. Blue Sky social, the Breakmaster. I don't know if to forget the tag is weird on that site, but that's beside the point. God dang it. This Powers Cat. All I'm gonna hit you is stay tuned. The day of reckoning will come. All right. I don't want to tell you anything, Shell. You need to know. We need to feel these things for yourself, man. I'm gonna change some Discord server where the RP and the are mad. Her only personality trait that she likes. Oh, come on, really? There's so much to freaking Asa. I swear to God. Come on, guys. If you're gonna do role playing, you gotta actually embody these characters. I wonder how the freaking RP guy is for freaking Dingy Thing, because Dingy's not just horny. Okay, I swear to God. I swear to God. Pro part 3 was the friends we made along the way. That's like any manga, right? That's gonna be the One Piece. That's gonna be the One Piece, bro. It's the friends we made along the way. Good. Man, she's just a good character, and you do that. Yeah, look, I don't know what the heck, man. Yeah, I'm streaming tonight on Twitch. That's where we can give you. Dingy can write about cooking with Magima. Go sad. Trying to read that one shot. I know. I've been trying to read for weeks. It's time. We're gonna do it. We're gonna read Kagurabachi right off the bat, and we're gonna try to as fast as we can, and then we're gonna finally get into that freaking thing. You know what I mean? All right. Maybe see you. Your job here is good. Okay, good. Okay, good. Good. Better be. All right, guys. Until then, people, drink goddamn water, take goddamn vitamins, break out. Also subscribe.